In today's video, I will be showing you how to achieve this smoky eye look. I'm going to begin by applying my face base, and I'm using Beautifully Matte by No. 7 makeup base, and this will control the oil on the T-zone. And then I'm going to apply my eye cream. I'm using No. 7's Protect and Perfect eye cream, and I'm just dabbing it on with my fingers. Next, I'm going to apply my lip balm, and I'm using Milan Row tinted lip balm, and the shade is Fiesta. So next I'll be applying my foundation, and I'm using MAC Studio Fix Fluid in NC20, and I'm using a Real Techniques buffing brush to apply it, and I'm just buffing it into the skin. This brush is perfect for foundation application. And now using my Anastasia Beverly Hills brow brush, I'm using the spoolie side of the brush just to brush my eyebrows in upwards and sideways motion. And then I'm going to define them using the Brow Wiz pencil in Brunette, same by Anastasia Beverly Hills. And I'm underlining the brow following its natural shape. And then I'm going to do the top part of the brow. I'm not lining it over my eyebrows because that will make them look too thick and unnatural. I'm just filling in the gaps. And then I'm going to do the other side as well, underlining the brow following its natural shape. And then I'm going to do the top part of the brow, making sure I use a light hand. I don't want any thick, harsh lines. And then I'm going to fill in the gaps again on the other side. Then I'm going to take the angle side of the brush, and I'm going to smudge the pencil into the brow hair, and I'm going to use upwards and sideways motion again. Then I'm going to fill in my brows using my Kelly Baker Brows Ash Brown Brow Powder and the angle part of the brush. I'm just applying a tiny bit, then I'm brushing it with the spoolie side, brushing any excess powder, and I'm doing the other side as well, brushing off any excess. And then I'm going to seal everything using a clear brow gel by Billion Dollar Brows. And I love the size of this brush. It works for even the tiniest hairs, keeps them in place. So now I'm going to highlight and perfect the area underneath the brow using my highlighter pencil by Kelly Baker Brows. And I'm going to smudge that using my Billion Dollar Brows flat synthetic brush. I'm just going to blend that really well into the brow bone. You should get something like this. So now I'm going to apply my primer. I'm using Urban Decay's Primer Potion. I'm just going to put that all over my lids, and I'm going to blend that with my fingers. I'm just dabbing it on. Now I'm going to apply my eyeshadow base, and I'm using a NYX Jumbo Pencil in Milk. This will make that green eyeshadow pop a little. Using the highlighter brush by Hair and Makeup Addiction, I'm going to pick up the shade Naked from the Naked Palette 1 by Urban Decay, and I'm going to apply this into my crease and upper crease just to warm it up a little, and this will act as a transition color as well. And the brush is so soft and so perfect for this. It just applies the right amount of color and blends it perfectly. Almost forgot to apply my shadow shields, so I'm just sticking them on quickly, and this will catch any eyeshadow fallout, so we'll keep the under area really clean. So now I'm taking the same brush, and I'm just applying the same shade Naked from the Urban Decay Naked Palette 1 into the crease on the other side. And then I'm going to take the blender brush by Hair and Makeup Addiction. I'm going to put the link on the website below, and I'm just softening the edges. And then I'm going to pick up the shade Buck with the same brush, and I'm going to apply this on the outer V just to give it some definition. And I'm just dabbing it on, and I'm trying to use the angles of the brush. It's perfectly angled just to get that area on the outer V, and you just blend in that softly. And then I'm going to take the same blender brush, and I'm going to just soften it all out. Using my pencil brush from Hair and Beauty Addiction, I'm going to apply the same shade on the lower lash line. And then I'm going to take my Sigma Eye Shading E55 brush and the shade 331 Inglot. And I'm going to apply this on the lid. I'm just dabbing it on, just building the color gradually, just applying more as I go. Now using the same brush I used to apply my transition color in the crease, I'm going to soften the edges. And then I'm going to take this Nude Matte Eyeshadow by Addicts Cosmetics and my Crown 440 Angle Shadow Brush just to smoothen that further. And then using a flat definer brush, I'm going to highlight the highest point of my brow bone using the shade Virgin from the Naked palette. And then I'm going to use my Sigma pencil brush to apply the same Inglot Green eyeshadow on the lower lash line. And then I'm going to use my small concealer brush previously sprayed with MAC Fix Plus. And I'm going to use the shade Half Baked from the Naked palette one. And I'm going to apply that on my tear duct area and just a tiny bit on the inner part of the lid. And then I'm going to use the same shader brush that I used to apply the green just to smoothen the transition in between shades. So that's what you should get. And then I'm going to line my eyes using MAC Smolder pencil, and I'm just going over the lash line, sticking it as close to the lash line as possible. It doesn't have to be perfect because I'm going to smudge that later using an angle brush. So you just create somewhat a wing. And now using a small angle brush, I'm just smudging that into the lash line, and I'm just taking the wing out, just perfecting it. And I'm doing the other side as well. Smudge it with the angle brush. And this is the final result. And then I'm going to take a smudger brush by Real Techniques and I'm going to apply the shade 391 by Inglot over the smolder. And now I'm going to take the same smolder pencil and I'm going to line the outer part of my lower lash line, and I'm going to line my waterline as well. And this is what you should get. And now I'm going to smudge the smolder on the lower lash line using my smudger brush and apply Inglot's 391 over it. And now I'm going to curl my lashes and I'm going to apply Maybelline's The Falsies Volume Express Mascara before applying my false lashes. I'm doing both sides and the lower lashes as well. So I'm using Flutter lashes and the style is Judy, and I'm applying some House of Lashes latex free glue, waiting for 60 seconds to dry. Then I'm going to pop that in the center of my eyelashes, and then I'm going to secure the sides, and just with the back of the tweezer I'm going to push the lashes onto mine just to make sure they're secure. And I'm doing the other side as well. And I'm going to take the shade Half Baked and the same brush that I used to apply it in the tear duct. I'm just applying a little bit more just to intensify the color. So now I'm going to remove my shadow shields and I'm going to perfect my under eye area by applying concealer, and I'm using MAC Pro Longwear Concealer and my shade is NC20, and I'm going to apply this using the Queen brush by Hair and Makeup Addiction. And I love the size of this brush. It's perfect for applying your under eye concealer. It buffs it into the skin perfectly. It really reminds me of Real Techniques Deluxe Crease Brush that I always use to apply my concealer. It's just that it's a bigger size and it's more practical. So now I'm going to buff that in well. Just blend that out. And now I'm going to line my lips and I'm using MAC's pencil in Lure. And then I'm going to apply my lipstick and I'm using a nude matte shade, and this is Honey Love by MAC. I thought it would be more suitable since the eyes are pretty dramatic. I'm going to go over with a pencil again just to create that ombre effect. And then I'm going to bronze my face using Heatherette Beauty Powder by MAC in Smooth Harmony. This one was a limited edition, but you can use any bronzer that you normally use. I'm using the small crown brush, it doesn't have a number, to contour my face. I'm just applying the bronzer in the hollows of my cheeks. I'm just blending that out really well, adding gradually. I'm applying the same powder along my chin and sides of my forehead. And then I'm going to highlight my face using Mineralized Skin Finish by MAC in Perfect Topping. And I'm going to use a blush brush to apply this, just because I won't be using blush. This has a hint of pink in it, and I don't want to look overly done, so I'm just going to use a bronzer and a highlighter. I'm going to skip the blush. And then I'm just going to set everything in place using MAC's Prep and Prime Finishing Powder and my Bobbi Brown powder brush. I'm just popping that on the places where I get oily the most, like on the T-zone, and to set my concealer on the under eye area. And you're done. This is the final look, guys. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and if you found it inspirational and easy to follow, please don't forget to like my video and subscribe to my channel. And if you have any suggestions, please you can comment below and I will try and recreate any looks you guys suggest. If you want to conceal the lash band further, you can use a liquid liner over it. I didn't because I wanted that smoky look. And just remember, guys, you can use any products you have at home. They don't have to be exactly the same products that I used. And the rings I wore today are by Fantasy Accessory Box. I'm going to put their website link in the description box below. Thank you again for watching and have a blessed day. Bye!